Okay, happy Monday night, everybody. My name is Ellen, and this is Team Play Hard's weekly team call. And thank you so much for hopping on. We have, let's see, Kyle is the first time he's been on our team call before. He doesn't have a camera on his computer, so he's probably seeing us, but we can't see him. So, are you coming?
I'm gonna come sit next to you.
Come sit.
I'm gonna do homework and listen.
Okay, cool. Sit. I got a chair for you.
I can't remember the space that you said.
Here, let's just move stuff. My daughter is joining us, kind of. She's going to do homework a little bit, but she's going to be sitting here. Here, move this a little bit. I'll scoot over. Okay. I don't know if you guys saw on the recognition board. I don't know if anyone noticed this, but did anyone notice that Tabby and I had our pictures next to each other? Did anyone catch that? I don't know. It was pretty cute. This is my daughter, Tabs.
Hi.
They're muted.
Oh, okay.
So. That's Penny. She's Adele's little girl.
Aww.
All right, you guys. So let me go ahead and get started. Tonight we're going to be talking about It's Totally Possible group that started today. And if you opted to not join that group, cool, no big deal. But I want to make sure you know about it and know what it is. And because we're going to run it again in December. And what? You need more room.
Yeah,
okay, I'm sorry. Thanks for trying. Okay, so we're going to run it again in December. So one of the reasons I want to go over this with you guys tonight is because I want you to be aware of it being something that you guys have available to you in terms of a different training. We've never done anything like it before on a lot of levels. I also want to just invite you still. I mean, I'm looking at who's on, and many of you guys are pretty much mostly in the group already. So, but some of you guys are going to be hearing the replay, and you might not be in the group. And so I just wanted to say, if you join tonight, it's not too late because it started today. And I think after this team call, if you aren't part of the group, you're going to want to be. So first I wanted to say that we did the 500 plus PV training in here as a team a couple months ago. So I'm going to assume that you all know what I'm talking about without giving an explanation and wasting your time. If you don't, the short version is volume means density and health and happy customers and happy coaches in your organization. That's what we're talking about when we talk about becoming a 500 plus PV coach. So this group is designed to help you guys, and hear me out carefully, see beyond the challenge pack sale and how to better serve people in your life with other products. And this group is really cool because there are 4 leaders that are leading it. And I have all of the content. So if you guys, like Kara and Leona said they wanted to lead it themselves, I have all the content. I'll upload it to the files, and you guys can all, you guys can use it and teach it to your own teams. Okay. Once you have a team that's big enough for you to run a training, you can just duplicate, easy peasy. Because guess what? I didn't come up with this content. This is from Milan Jensen. So the leaders it's kind of cool because we're really different. You guys know that Cam Niskatch is East Coast, and she's a success partner of mine, and the other success partner of mine is Shelly Heim, and then Holly Meredith is part of the Portland Market Council, and I've known her for years. I see her every time we do Super Saturdays and stuff. But again, we didn't want to make it about rank or status or anything like that, because we are exactly on your playing field, exactly, and we're doing the training with you, not just teaching it to you. We just happen to have the content, and we're going to give it to you as we go through it too. But it's cool. I know that they're very advanced in their businesses to varying degrees, because the last 3 years I've been at leadership, all 3 of those ladies have been there. And it's not easy to qualify for that event. So they're seasoned coaches. It's really important that we expose ourselves to coaches outside of Team Play Hard. Because you know what, it's like I drew a picture of my daughter, and I think it's really good, but I wasn't sure, because sometimes I've thought my drawings are good, and then I realize later when I look at them again that they really weren't that good. Like we lose perspective when it's us. You know what I mean? Or like you need someone to tell you if we lose perspective. We're narrow. And, that's how, I know how to lead a certain way. And while I try to learn and adapt, you guys are exposed to my leadership style. And Cam and Holly and Shelly have very different leadership styles. So I want to say, I think that's exciting about this group. I also want to say, as an offshoot point, is I'd like you guys to be working with people outside of our team. I think it's really cool that like Kara paired with Leona. I think it's like Sherry devours Beachbody Champions content. I wish everyone on our team did. It's incredible to have the leadership, the free leadership from the Beachbody Champions page that is outside of the way we do things on our team, and the way outside of the way I do things. And so please like look for a success partner outside of our team. Look for a success partner in Beachbody Champions page, or somewhere else, or up in Holly Hireman's group or something like that. Also, on that note, your Success Club partner calls, which should be either daily or once a week hardcore, those are not about friendship. I mean, it's really great if you like your success partner. I would say try to find someone that you like, but that is not how's your husband, how's your dog doing. It's not about being friendly on the phone. It's about getting down to business, holding each other accountable, and finding a person that lights you up on the inside about the business. I would say personal stuff is off limits. Schedule that for a different phone call. Be like, our friend phone call is going to be on Friday night or whatever. Okay. So, the training is 18 days. Again, it started today and it's not too late. We finish on Thanksgiving Day. We're going to try to be respectful of your time and keep it short, but you're going to see a post each day and a live video from one of us each day. Let's see. I also wanted to say that, like, I know for Cam and I, because I talk to her regularly, this was a horrible time. Like, we didn't have time. We were like, can't we start this in the new year? And Shelly was like, no, there's never going to be a perfect time. And I was like, that's right. There's never, ever a perfect time to do something with your business. There's never a perfect time to start a new training and have all this extra time. So I'm glad that I got pushed like that. And so I want to push you guys like that. If it's not a perfect time for you guys to spend 15, 30 minutes a day in an additional training for your business, maybe you just need to make it happen anyway. Okay. Let's see. I already said that. Okay. The other thing is I'm like, I don't know. I've been this way for a while. I don't know any leader that does. I don't enjoy pushing people. It's exhausting. And it also, like, I finally have figured out, or actually not finally, I figured out about a year ago, it doesn't work. It doesn't, it's okay. It doesn't work to push someone. If someone's not self-motivated, I mean, it works for me to support. It works for me to show up. It works for me to provide resources. But you guys, if you're going to do this group, I really, really, really don't want to tag you. I love that Jelly, it was like, don't tag me. Yeah, Sherry's like, don't tag me. I'll be insulted if you tag me. I don't need you to tag me. I don't ask to be in it if you're not going to show up. Because I'm not going to push you. I don't want to check on you. The only people that I want to check on and tag are brand new coaches and the new coach training. And in that climate, I want to establish the kind of relationship with them and understanding with them that moving forward, I'm not going to continue to tag them all the time, but I will always be there to support them if they're going to work the business. So like today, I posted in Team Play Hard, roll call, who's watched the intro video in the It's Totally Possible group. I don't want to do stuff like that. Okay. I don't want to do stuff like that because I want you guys to just do it. And I think only three people commented. So I just want to kind of challenge you, not push you, challenge you that if you decided to show up. It's not for me, it's for you. So, okay, I'm almost at the point where I'm going to share slides, and gosh, this is going to be a quick team call tonight. Yeah, this is going to be a quick call. I did want to go back and touch on something that I said earlier, and Adele was nodding, that this group, and if you watch the intro video, you already got this, it's not going to be about trying to hit Success Club points. Hi, Jelliet. It's going to be about how to love coaching, how to find joy in your business, and how to better serve people in your life. I can't read what is going on in the chat, but I'll read it in a second. It looks like it must be funny because everyone's cracking up. Something Sherry did, I don't know. Is it about the fact that it looks like she's sitting in a car seat? She probably is sitting in a car seat. Oh, okay. I'll read the chat in a little bit. So it's not, the challenge pack is the perfect solution. It is the best value and the ultimate, it's our ultimate sale. It is the perfect solution. It does obviously yield Success Club points, and obviously Success Club points help. Customer leads help. Those commissions we get from hitting Success Club points because we're given those customer leads, that all helps. But that's not what you're ever going to hear in this group. You're going to be hearing the message of how can you fall in love with this business so you're excited to do it every day, and how can you really help the most people, and not be like, okay, well, they don't want the challenge pack. Okay, they're allergic to nightshades. They can't do Shakeology. They are absolutely in love with working out at the gym, so they're totally not interested in Beachbody On Demand. Okay, moving on. How can you not move on and continue to be there and bridge that gap with that person that you care about helping, or having them be part of your tribe, whether that means coach or client? To me, it's all the same. To me, it's like the coaches and the clients, like those lines blur so much I can hardly tell the difference sometimes. Let's see, the other thing about the group is that this is what I regret not saying to you when I came on live and first told the team about this training that was thrown together and I was pushed into. What I didn't understand then that I totally understand now, might be the biggest reason to do this call tonight, is that it is for any level coach. It is like you could have a low-level desire to make income and run a business, just a little tiny desire to like help people sometimes. This would be a great training for you. So it doesn't matter rank. It doesn't matter level. It doesn't matter ambition. And I'm exactly, that's Jelliet, exactly. And that's what I'm going to show you to close the team call. We're going to finish early tonight unless you guys have questions. I'm going to show you the BAT. And I'm also going to adopt it into our team's new coach training. So this business activity tracker, which is 3-tiered, Sherry, don't let me forget to address the question that you voxed me about like being pigeonholed into one of those, because that was a really good question, and I'm like, oh, I want to mention that on the call. This is the way to do it. This is the way to introduce our new coaches into the business and our vet coaches into the business, is that there are different levels and different tracks almost that you can be on. And it's okay if you're on the walk track or the jog track, super cool, or the run track. Okay, So let me share my screen. Oh, this is the actual Facebook group here. And there's just an intro video. It did take 30 minutes, but you didn't have to look at it. So if you have 30 minutes where you can just listen, that's fine. And then you'll see some files in here that you're going to want to get a hold of and print. And let me go ahead. I actually have them on my desktop in a file right here so that I can duplicate, so that like when Leona and Kara are ready to run their group, I can just give them all these files, or they can just pull them out of that group themselves. So here's the new BAT. Again, this will be part of our new coach training, beginning the one that's going on this month. Let me move this out of the way. Okay, so what you'll do in this group is you will decide after previewing the daily behaviors basically and the levels of understanding, you'll decide which track you want to be on. And let's go ahead and look over each one of the three, and then we'll close our team call. So if you're someone that is just a walker.
Hey, Ellen.
Yes.
We see your Chrome, not the BAT right now.
Oh, that's weird. How come? What do you see? Hold on.
Facebook.
You saw Facebook?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Is that better?
Yep.
Okay. It is? That's funny. Okay. I just stopped the share and restarted it. So basically, you're going to write out your vision, and I would do this in your calendar, your business personal calendar, your vision, and that's something you're going to read every day. That's a total Chalene Johnson thing, is like keep it in front of you. Keep it in front of you. So if you're a walker in this business, you're going to be sharing and inviting to one person a day, 10 minutes of PD before you look at your phone and your computer. You're committed to your shake, to pressing play, and dialing in your nutrition. You're committed to working on your own fitness and health and mental health. You are working on daily gratitude. I love that. And recognizing and thanking someone every single day. That's not related to our business. That's just, thank you for being so wonderful in my life, or I appreciate you because. You're posting something of value on your social media once a day and adding value to the world, because that is attractive when we give, when we have a giving spirit. We're adding value. Nothing is more of a like, oh, when I like am scrolling Facebook and I see someone on our team, which I almost never, ever, ever see, where it's a downer post. And I'm like, oh, that's not really giving light to the world. I have downer days, lots, but the world doesn't need to see that side. So basically it's like the opposite of that. We're just giving our light. And then you are contributing to a challenge group daily, listening to the National Wake Up Call every Monday, which Sherry conveniently posts in the team page every week. Again, I want to remind you guys, I love when you post your takeaways. I really like when you post it under her replay link, because it continues to bump her replay link to the top of our Facebook page. So it continues to remind people who haven't heard it that they ought to. And then they're like, oh, these 3 or 4 or 5 coaches really liked it. And it lets me know who's listening to the National Wake Up Call, because I consider that, I'm always looking for indicators of like, who are those, I want to work with the willing. It's always a good reminder to me, is like, these are the people that are really working. So if you don't mind just typing in your takeaways each week after you listen to the National Wake Up Call, it's really helpful for a lot of reasons. And then you post monthly goals. Again, that's kind of like read your vision. At least that's my understanding of this BAT. If I'm wrong, Shelly Heim will correct me. And then you understand the power of community, recognition, and the compound effect. If you don't understand the compound effect, and you want income in this business, you'll quit. Because it really is about the compound effect. It's about understanding that there's a long haul in this, and that the longer that you stay in it and are consistent, you'll reap more benefits later. So this coach understands that. They understand that we need each other. They understand that. They understand that our team is a special place. And then they're attaining somewhere between 0 and 5 Success Club points every month. Okay, let's move on. That's kind of a place to indicate and track. Oh, I'll show you in a minute. Okay, I wanted to start at the bottom and then move up to jogger. Okay, this is just a typo. That should just say at the top, in daily behaviors, read vision. Invite not 1, but 3 people a day to join you on your journey. Instead of posting once a day on social media, you're posting more like 3 times a day if you're a jogger. You're doing a daily power hour, which is basically filling this out and doing these activities. You're not just checking into the team page, but you contribute. So you're not just a taker, you're a giver as part of our community. That would be a jogger. You attend events, including team calls, National Wake Up Calls, Super Saturdays, our annual convention. You run a monthly free group. I think that is really up to you guys. I'm in a Voxer push with some of the leaders that wanted to be challenged, challenge each other daily. In here, it's actually Melanie and Sherry and Kristen and Jake and I. And we just sort of check in on stuff like this each day. And we just had a discussion in there about our free groups valuable. So I think they're only valuable if they're working for you. So that's just something you're going to need to figure out instead of just wasting your time. So if you're converting people at the end of them into paid challengers, then they're worth your time. Otherwise, spend your time doing paid challenges. Host your own challenge group. So remember on the walker, it just said they're part of a challenge group. So that means you could just be part of like mine or part of your uplines. But this is someone who's hosting their own. And they're mentoring and apprenticing their coaches. They're doing 10 to 30 minutes of PD. They're practicing the 4 vital behaviors. They're keeping their monthly goals in sight. And then they're doing this Sunday week in review, which you can look through over on the right-hand side of your screen. And they're using a tracking system. So there's Teamzy, there's Streak, there's pen and paper. There's Google Sheets. There's lots of ways to track. But they're tracking because they see this like a business. If you treat this like it is a business, it will be. If you treat it like it's a hobby, it's going to be a hobby. It's never going to just magically turn into a business for you. They understand the compensation and coach placement. They're working on developing their brand and kind of standing out in their own unique way. And they understand, of course, the power of our community. They contribute to it, so you become, as a jogger, you become part of what makes us attractive, which you guys already are. You're part of why our team is a great team to be part of, because you understand that and you contribute to it. And you certainly understand the compound effect. This coach that's a jogger is attaining 5 to 10 Success Club points every month, and they're recruiting 3 to 5 coaches into the organization. You can, at your own time, if you want, because you guys have access to these files if you're in the group or you're part of our new coach training, you can look at these little Sunday evening trackers, kind of your victories. It's like looking back and taking inventory of the week. I love it. This week I'm grateful for. It's just good. Ahas from personal development. It's just great stuff. Okay, finally, and then we'll close, a runner. So I'm going to go quick here. Again, reading the vision, a lot of this is redundant and rolls over from the other levels of coaches, but this kind of coach is inviting and following up with 10 to 20 people a day. They're hosting team calls, trainings, or guest speaking on our team calls. They're mentoring coaches themselves. They're doing 10 to 30 of PD. They're practicing the 4 vitals. They're posting and reviewing and always keeping in the forefront their monthly goals, writing them down again and again. They're doing that week in review on Sundays, where they're taking inventory of their successes and failures, all that they're grateful for. They're using a tracking system. They've dialed in their power hour. It's duplicatable, it's teachable, and they're doing that. They're teaching their coaches how to power hour. They're running free groups. I don't know. I don't run free groups. They're hosting their own challenge groups and mentoring coaches. They are managing multiple social media platforms. This is, again, something in my fall leader push group that I'm on Voxer that I mentioned a couple minutes ago. This is something else that we're discussing in there too. So I've been doing Facebook and Instagram and YouTube for many years now, and feeling like I have a moderate grasp on those, not expertise, mind you. And I'm ready to take on a new one. So we're going to be doing a LinkedIn training together, those of us in that push group. Okay, they are managing a team page. Can I just say right now, please don't manage a team page if you're going to ghost on your team. If your team ghosts on you and you've decided to manage a team page, it doesn't matter. You have to post every single day, even if nobody comments. If you decide, when you decide, wait till you're a solid diamond, and when you decide to run a team page, don't ever ghost out on them. So I would like you, when you make the commitment to manage your own team page, that you are absolutely committed to show up regardless of how reciprocal the team is, because I think it can do more harm than good. And it makes more busy work for you. Like, that was one of the takeaways. That's one of the reasons I'm leaning on this group, you guys. I like to create my own stuff. I like to lead my own way. I don't always play nice in the sandbox. And like, one of the things I learned at leadership is to conserve my energy and to lean on others and to use other people, use other leaders' systems. And a lot of what we learned at leadership is to do more of that. Melanie Mitro talked about that, how a lot of her leaders were like branching off and spending all this time and energy, and they were all doing their own team calls, and finally they were all exhausted, and they all were like, what are we doing? Let's just work together. Let's just rotate team calls. Let's just make it all easier for us. So for now, you guys, you have Team Play Hard. When you're ready and your team is thriving, then go. Until then, use the energy I'm giving, and let it be something you can sail off of and contribute to with your own team that's growing and evolving. Attend and help organize events. And then this coach understands duplication. They understand branding and has theirs dialed in. They understand elite and premier guidelines, which is like rocket science. They understand how to establish a team culture. Knowing that not every team is perfect. There's no such thing because we're human beings, and then they create an opportunity for leader growth. So that would be an example of like me asking some of you to create training videos or to lead a call or to, you get the point. They are solution oriented. They don't complain, and they shut down negativity. We really don't have a negative team, so thank goodness that's not something we really ever have to deal with. They rally for summits, for trips, for new leader conference, for leadership, all those things. They're hosting sneak peeks and business opportunity calls. So let me come back to this in a minute. The power of community recognition and the compound effect they understand. They understand the compensation plan, its intricacies, and close coach placement and its intricacies. Leona and Sherry were just asking, I just gave them this brilliant Scotty Hobbs video. It's just so well done, you guys, on advanced placement. If you haven't seen it, I posted it somewhere kind of nestled into a comment this week. and they're developing their brand. These coaches are hitting Success Club 20 and higher and recruiting 5 to 10 coaches per month. And then they're doing that Sunday evening look back. So before I stop sharing the screen and just opening it up, because we're going to close at 7 o'clock, our time is out, I wanted to say that Sherry messaged me because she had downloaded these, and she was like, I kind of feel like I fit in between. Like I resonate with some of those daily behaviors and understandings on the runner, and then some on the jogger. And, to be perfectly honest, I feel the same way. I feel like I'm mostly a runner, but I'm not hitting Success Club over 20, and I'm not recruiting 5 to 10 coaches a month. Although one month I recruited 7, that was the most ever. But I still feel like I'm learning I'm still very much in the works on, my brand and stuff like that. So what I would do is I would take this, print it. I don't know what that sound is. I don't know what that sound is. It's our washer somehow. I would take it and print it, and if you need to change a couple of these with ballpoint pen, change a couple of these. And make it, if this doesn't fit your description of a runner, then change it a little bit. Because, again, you're your own boss, not, Milan Jensen, who created this, or not Shelly Heim, who organized this training, not me. So, I think my goal really is 4 coaches a month. So I'm going to change this. And I still feel like I resonate most with this category. So I'm going to stop the share. I laminated those today so that I could use a dry erase marker. And you'll pick the one you resonate most with. And in that particular group, you'll fill it out every day. I love that I laminated them. It was $10 for me to laminate 6 sheets. You guys only need to do 2. I like the idea of laminating, but you guys can do whatever you want. Okay, that is literally all I've got. I'm assuming there are some questions, but just to recap, we started a group today for leaders of totally different organizations, you guys. We have totally different reasons and mentoring and upbringings in this business with totally different teams. There's 112 of us in there right now. We've set it up so it's not super obnoxious, so people can't post in the feed. Do you guys know how to turn off notifications for a specific post? So good. So I would do that often, so you're not, if notifications bother you, if 100 people are posting on a comment you probably get overwhelmed. So post, turn off notifications, tag me if you want, so I know you're doing it. But if you're going to show up, I'm not tagging you. Okay, that's all I've got. Questions? Oh, thanks, Betty. My hair? Thank you. Michelle, there is a link in the group. I can tag you under it, and I would love for you to do it. My priority for you is the new coach training, and we're on day 6. So if you're going to fall back, it's way more important for you to do the new coach training than to do this. But if you can do both, do both. Because you're still brand new. Okay, let me see. Sherry's car seat. Leona, any questions? Kristen, you guys, anything? Kim? Jill?
Can I say something real quick?
Please.
When I listened to that video, I almost felt like a sigh of relief, because sometimes, it's so easy to get overwhelmed, because I always tell people that I'm talking to about coaching is that it's not like there's some training, it's overwhelming the amount of training that we have. And I think today Carl kind of touched on that a little bit in his little 15-minute video thing. And so it was kind of nice to know that it's like, oh, I'm okay no matter where I'm at. And also you're going to hold my hand to get me to wherever I want to go as well. So it was good. I think it came for me right at the right time.
Same. You guys, I need it, and I know that you guys need it. This is the perfect time. It's what our team needs. And I agree. Like, I loved when Shelly Himes said she's going to be a jogger. She needs to be a jogger right now. And it's not activities that take us away from our business, because it's just activity tracking. And it's just, and a little bit of product education, like a little bit of product education, which frankly, I really need really badly, so that we're able to service our clients with more than just Shakeology, in the performance line. So, Dana, I know, girl, you got all the grace in the world that you need. I know. I feel the same way, Kim. Thank you for saying that. Again, it's just your daily track. I don't know why anyone wouldn't do this training. Because you can even be like low level motivated. Yeah, Jelliet. Yeah, and Holly even addressed that comparison thing. I like that too. Okay, Michelle, I'm not sure. I think I know what your question is. So, and I'm going to answer it here in front of everybody, because everyone's going to have new coaches that is like, what is going on with Facebook? So Team Play Hard is your home. It is your home. And that's where you will continue to always check in. But when you're going through the new coach training, you're going to go to the Business Starters Academy every single day. And if you get behind in there, it's not going to feel good to you as a new coach. So, and it's easy to fall behind. There's one lesson a day. It's brand new. I love that Kim Coates is going through it. I'm like, yes. Isn't it better? Kim, isn't it better than ever? You haven't gotten to Jake's yet, but.
No, I think it's really good. And it's good to hear the basics again. I mean, you forget, you forget. And then it's also the way, like, you have such a wonderful vocabulary. So when you say things, it just comes off. So like, oh, I like that. So.
Oh, thank you. But it's going to be relevant and current too with the new, we're going to have to figure out how to add when we get the new customer site too. But it's just relevant. It's relevant to our current offerings and products and Coach Online Office and all of that. So, that's a 19-day training, Michelle. It's 19 days. In fact, if I were you, I wouldn't worry about this training that we're talking about tonight. I would put that on your bucket list for December. Remember this call. Remember that it's a good training. And I think it'd be a nice place to step off of new coach training and go into. If you're behind in the new coach training, it's okay. I would just get caught up as soon as possible. Where else do we put new coaches? I try not to throw them in like Beachbody Champions until they're like an emerald. So I try not to, then they're also like, I often throw new coaches in my challenge group. So I throw Michelle, I throw her in Team Play Hard, throw her in the new coach training. Then I throw her in my challenge group. It's like, hey, there's 3 groups you need to check every single day. Have fun. So, but that's the way it is. Leona, you're planning on running one too, right?
Yeah, I'll give it a run. See what it's like right now. But I'll try it. Probably run it with Kara.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Kristen, I'm sorry your family is sick.
Yeah. Thanks. They're like surrounding me. I wanted to say, I wasn't sure. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Before the call, I wasn't exactly sure. I was teetering in the training as to whether I was going to be jogging or running, but listening to this tonight helped me be like, oh, wait, I can totally be a runner. Like, I'm already halfway there. It's just going to be a matter of putting the extra oomph behind it, So, yeah. Thanks.
Yeah, definitely. You and I know Sherry asked the same question. Jelliet, I don't know where you're at, but definitely runners. Kim, did you put yourself in runner? Or do you need to jog because of what's going on in your life?
To be honest with you, I'm hoping that after this call to go take a shower and think about it all.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Make a hybrid. You guys, if you want, make a hybrid. I mean, I use the word runner always to mean someone who really was passionate. I never really used it as, someone who understands the elite qualifications. So, if you need to fine tune this, do it, or create your own, do it. But this is just something easily duplicatable. So when you have a team that you want to teach, you'll have something kind of duplicatable. So, Jelliet, what about you? You've got a lot going on. What about you? Jog run?
Yeah, I think I'm probably closer to the jogger, although like I know a lot of the runner stuff. But I'm going to start out jogging and then see if I can pick up the pace on some stuff.
I like it.
I kind of think that, because I think I feel the same way as a lot of you, right? I looked at the jogger and I felt like if I put myself in jogging, I felt like I was going to be cheating myself and not doing more and pushing myself. But you put yourself in runner, you don't want to get overwhelmed. So I'd already considered I'm going to be a runner, but I'm not going to hold myself to, 4 to whatever, 5 to 10 coaches a month or, any of those things that just will stress me out. I'm not going to do that. So,
Same.
Yeah, there's a lot of things on there that we can all still do without freaking ourselves out and still call ourselves a runner or, like I said, a junner. We're all kind of in between, So, yeah, I saw some of you guys' comments, and that's exactly how I feel too, right? Like, let's not just be joggers, because I think a lot of us have grown past jogging.
Yeah.
You know what vision I just had in my head? The Rocky, where he's kind of he's at a slow pace and then he goes a little faster and then he's like speeding and then he's going up the stairs and stuff. It's like you can kind of speed up and we may never get to the top of the stairs, but get that pace going.
We need to find that GIF. Is it a GIF or a GIF, you guys? Oh, Tabby just told me it's a GIF. We need to find the GIF, the Rocky GIF. I'm sure it's out there. Dana, what about you? Are you going to do you're going to do it. Let me unmute you. Are you going to try to walk or jog?
Jog.
Jog.
I mean, I think, a few months ago, I felt more like I was a runner.
Yeah.
And then recently I felt like the brakes got thrown on. So now I'm starting to try to get more invested in everything because it's a double-edged sword. I want it to grow and I'm still passionate about it, but I think it'll help me too.
Yep. I think so.
I need a distraction.
Yeah. Betty, Kyle, Jake, anything you want to add? You're all muted.
Yeah, nothing much to add. I agree with everyone. I'm definitely feeling more on the runner side. There's a couple things on there that I feel a little bit more like a jogger, but I also think it's good to step out of our comfort zone and push ourselves a bit. So I think we're all kind of feeling the same way, wanting to push ourselves without being unrealistic and burning out.
It feels like a horse race. Like you get ahead and you fall back a little bit.
It does. It does. I think I want to end on this note that, first of all, thank you guys for jumping in, so many of you. And Kyle, thank you for being on. It's brand new. I think you and Mandy could definitely hop into that one or do it in December. And I know this gets said so many times, but I did a major gut check with myself about, am I treating the business like a hobby? Because I want it to be a real business, and I want to consider myself, I want to view myself as a business person. I want to call myself a business person. So do I sit down to my computer, and when I'm holding my phone, am I treating it like a business person would be treating their business at the office? And I didn't like the answer. There have been seasons of my business where I could have answered that more to my satisfaction than this last week. So I'm super excited, you guys, to kind of want to level up. I feel like you guys are right there with me. And I know how energy like that can breed and rub off on each other and grow. I like that we're going to just take the pressure off of Success Club. It should happen as a byproduct. I'd like to see our enjoyment increase, and our love for one another in the process. So, and I know that, speaking of the horse race, it is the energy we put in now that we're going to really see come the new year. And really the new year is an exciting time to be having some customers and clients and team growth. Yeah. And let me see, I'm just looking at the chat. All right, guys, if you need to get into that group tonight and you aren't already, look through the team page. There's a link to join. You can just, you can just join it. And I will see you guys later. Thanks all.